For practitioners who are thinking about setting up the governance, AI GRCP model that you talked about, I think one of the challenges is that they have to build a case to establish this to their leadership. Any advice in terms of how our listeners can effectively build a business case or take this to their leadership?
Yeah, I'd say there are three broad buckets of risk that businesses are focused on. And it depends on what type of business it is, but specific to AI, the first risk is confidentiality risk. Are we leaking sensitive information to third parties? That's a big risk that some are primarily focused on. More B2C companies are focused on reputation risk about somebody abusing a chatbot, getting it to agree to something or say something that damages us or even obligates us contractually, which is possible, as we've seen there's an incident with Air Canada where someone essentially got that chatbot to tell him something about the refund policy, which didn't end up to be true. And then that person sued Air Canada and won and forced Air Canada to perform what its chatbot said it would do. And then the third kind of risk that people are focused on is essentially litigation. They're worried about being sued for using or training on data or using the products that have been trained on certain types of data. And different organizations have different concerns, but generally they fall within those three buckets. And I would pick whatever bucket is most salient to the organization and then do a deep dive and present that to your leadership and say, here are the risks, here's what's happened, here's what could happen, here's my assessment on the probability and impact. And as a business leader, what do you think we should do?